Guys, another one of the more common questions we're receiving is in regards to real estate. Yes, we do sell real estate here like everybody else. Since there's no licenses involved in the Dominican Republic, you're going to find just an awful lot of store owners, bartenders, waiters, waitresses, taxi drivers, bus drivers, all have real estate from family that they can sell. And it's fine. You're going to find here's no different than anywhere else. Some of it's ridiculously overpriced, others is actually a good value. What I have found over the years, though, selling real estate to family, my wife's family, friends, a multitude of people, is you're going to find it's very different. The best deals here are never advertised. You're going to find them, it's by knowing somebody that knows somebody, and so on and so forth. Very much old school. Actually, getting off subject briefly, I'm just looking at a note here. I remember, I wanted to mention this. Years ago when we came down, my family, our first piece of real estate we bought here, everything, thank God, closed well after a period of time. But the procedure was so unorganized, it was ridiculous. And that's one of the biggest reasons why we want to introduce you. First of all, like I say, I hope you go to different countries, because that's what I would do. I did myself. Nothing really happens or means anything till you come here and you kind of go, I do like this place. I can. I see the fruits, the vegetables, the people. I've met so many people. Yeah, I'm not saying I want, I'm saying I wouldn't mind looking at the next step. Okay, anything that we do, we highly recommend that you consider using a professional like Dr. Brea. Everything now from the new real estate laws is all GPS surveyed, as you would say in the States. Here in Spanish it would be deslende, which means the lines. So now it's about a year old, a new law, that nothing can actually transfer from a seller to a buyer without a GPS deslende. Now that speaks mountains, because now there's no more I like that land, but you found out you bought something next to it that didn't have the same view or the same terrain or whatever the circumstances might be. Through our experience, we offer those services if you do like this place, and we know this area of the country extremely well. And what I've done with the real estate sales is I actually allow my family, the Acosta family, who I'm very close to, I allow them to go in and first of all negotiate the price, because they always, locals are always going to get an unbelievable price compared to, let's say you going in yourself and trying to negotiate. That's why I take a step back in that area. I let Julio take care of that, and from that point, then we get the right price, and from there the attorney goes in. Nothing is sent into this country until the title is cleared for liens, encroachments, or clouds, like you would say in the Western world. So when the lawyer does his due diligence, okay, at that time there'll be a partial escrow release, not before. All escrows are kept outside of the country for a very important yet different perspective than you're used to. Is if something is wrong with it, a competent attorney will freeze your deposit in this country. That's very different than you're used to. That's why Dr. Brea's escrow account is actually held in the United States. So any escrows are not leaving the country until he is absolutely sure there's no issues, okay? So first and foremost, though, before we even go there, I recommend you look around into countries, not just here. If this works for you, we'll be glad to help you, if you want our help. If not, whatever it takes to help, we're just here because we have the connections, and we hope and we know it will make a much easier transaction for you. What the DR Escapes is doing is we're offering you a group of families that are here full-time that have gone through the things you might be encountering yourself. We've all been through it. Plus we speak English and Spanish, and we know the proper people in the town of Cabrera that makes things so much easier for the transaction. And that's what we're offering to do. If it's the right place for you, we'd love to have you as a member of our families. And if it doesn't, please find an alternate place that works for you, because it doesn't change the scenario that I truly believe everybody needs a backup plan and a future possible escape route. Okay? If everything all reverts back to normal, which I hope it does, you've done nothing but make a decent investment. But it only makes sense whether it's this country, Belize, Panama, Costa Rica, any of these countries, to allocate some of your funds away from your homeland where they can be seized with a couple of mouse clicks. Once it's out of the country, and once it's on a property or an investment in a different country, look at that allocated section of your portfolio as at least being safe and untouchable. Okay, guys, I hope that part helps, and we're here to show you around. We want to make you feel at home. If the next step works, that's wonderful, and if it doesn't, why not ask me a few questions about what are the other countries I would consider, because I've been to most of them, if not all of them. Thanks a lot, and we'll be on to the next question soon.